confused. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Where's the manager? Where's the manager? Like, I want to speak to the manager right now. Cause it's like, girl, now you got me effed up. When your manager comes in on Tuesday, I'm blasting you and the receptionist. So I wouldn't even try to be nice to me right now. I would just wax my poom so that I could go on about my business. But I could take a wild guess that they was fired, okay? I'm gonna take a wild guess that both of them.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure to cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Yeah, like control.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lisi, and I am back again with another epic, juicy, ghetto, definitely giving drama. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisi. My government is Alicia. Whichever one works best for you, you could call me. I'm going to respond either way. Y'all see the title of today's video. Today's video is a wax tech horror story. Yeah. Yeah, I got one of those. Cause girl, this girl had me, when I tell y'all this girl had me effed up, sis had me effed up, okay? I'm not going to do it too long of an intro today because I don't really got much to say other than if you want to submit your subscriber Storytime / subscriber diary, please send it to this email. Follow the instructions in the description box. We need some more subscriber diaries in, but some of y'all recently just sent me some in, so I appreciate y'all for that. Girl, the last story time I posted, which was she wanted me to pay her for what? Girl, why is that stirring up so much conversation? And which I love. But that mess is stirring up a lot of conversation. Some of y'all, it's giving like 50-50. Then some of y'all are in the middle with how y'all feel about that story. But listen, I appreciate the commentary, y'all. So let's comment it up. Let's not forget on this video to like this video and comment on this video. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe by the end of this video. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I don't know if I said that, but if I did, I forgot. Okay. Hey y'all, I definitely lied. We're not getting straight into the video just as of yet. I'm doing some small business promo, and today's company is called Bright Skin Glow. Thank you for sending me over all of these goodies. The main focus of her company is the Koji Sand Skin Lightening Soap, and as you guys can see, there's a little informational thingy that I just put right there, give you guys all the information. Her soap really focuses on lightening dark spots and, you know, helping with hyperpigmentation, stuff that I'm currently going through myself. So you know I'm about to get into these and, you know, get my skin together. She did put some exfoliating gloves, a lip mask, eye mask, and even this little face brush, and even a bag to throw all the stuff in, y'all. So make sure you head over to her Instagram and her website to check out what she has. I'll put the link in the description box, and get that skin together. If you're suffering with dark spots, y'all, this is definitely gonna help y'all. And I also want to mention that all of her packages are 2-day shipping, so you gonna get your package ASAP, no rocky. So make sure when you order, you go through her website, or you could reach out to her directly through Instagram. So let's just get straight into this story. So boom, y'all, wax tech horror story, okay? Now, I don't know what y'all are thinking this is gonna be about, or what, if you think you might have an idea of what this story is going to be about. But I mean, obviously y'all know because of the title. But do y'all think I got burned? Do you think she ripped my skin off? Like, what do you think happened? Well, you about to find out. All right, let's get into it. So boom. So this story took place in 2020, in the scamdemic, okay? In the scamdemic, okay? Y'all probably wondering, okay, at what point in the scamdemic did this take place? This took place around August time frame, right? Now, as we know, during the scamdemic, y'all, outside was closed. We couldn't do nothing. We could not get our hair done. We could not get our nails done. We could not get our coochies waxed. Okay? So, I don't know about y'all, but my shit was giving Forrest. Okay? My ish was giving Forrest Gump. Well, does that make sense? But y'all know what I mean, okay? So my shit was giving George Bush, okay? My shit was... Okay? Because outside was closed, so I couldn't... And I don't shave, so feel me... My only option is to get waxed, like, because I'm not putting no razor to my cat, okay? I personally not doing it, okay? So around this time frame, August is when outside was slowly starting to open back up. I don't know where y'all from and what it was like where y'all are located geographically, but in New York, ish was locked down for a while. Like, it really took the New York state government a while to fully open up stuff. Mind you, places like Atlanta and Miami were open throughout the scamdemic. So New York was just on some BS, okay? But whatever. Finally, outside opened back up. You know, places like service, beauty service type of places started opening back up again. You could start getting your nails done again. You could start getting your hair done again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff was getting back in motion. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to book me a wax appointment because, well, I'm about to tell y'all why. One, I needed it, okay? And two, I was about to go on like a little vacation to Virginia. If y'all watched, I have a vlog of when I went to Virginia. My uncle lives in Virginia, so at least once a year I'll be in Virginia. So, but this was my first time going to his house in Virginia because he had just moved out there maybe about a few months prior or a year prior. But nevertheless, it was summer. We were going to Virginia, for specifically Virginia Beach. And if you know anything about Virginia Beach, you know during the summer, it's summer fun, in the sun, whatever. We had a lot of excursions planned because it wasn't my first time going out there, but I hadn't been out there since I was a little kid. So we was going to get into some things like water sports and stuff like that. I know how to swim, so call me Finding Nemo, call me Dory. I be swimming like a fish in the water. So, you know, I can't go in the water with George Bush. I can't go in the water with George Bush. So, I needed my pom-pom wax. Me needed my pom-pom wax, okay? Boom. I have booked an appointment at the European Wax Center. Mind you, let me add to y'all, okay? I don't know if I got queens, girlies, or guys, or whoever, aliens watching me right now. If you from Queens, Queens get the money, okay? Y'all already know the vibes, okay? So if you from Queens, if you a girl from Queens, you already know where Forest Hills is located, right? Now, this was before the time too, because now like to get waxed now, I primarily go, I have a wax girl, like one of those little entrepreneur type of girls, and I go to her because, you know, she do vajacials and stuff, and, you know, stuff that places like European Wax Center, the place at hand, okay, they don't do that. They don't give you vajacials. They just do your wax and call it a day. But, you know, sis, she really be getting up in that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, the girls that get it, the girls that get it, and the girls that don't. And if you don't, I hope you do, because waxing, you need to just wax your cat, sis. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. All right. So my Queens people, you already know where Forest Hills is at, right? So it was a point in time where European Wax Center, like, well, first off, I first started going to European Wax Center when I was in college. If y'all know the name Crazy, right? Okay, y'all know Crazy from the Narcissistic X series. He's the one that really started getting me into waxing my poom, because I don't know why, but he did, right? He was paying for my waxes and everything too. So once I had gotten into the flow of doing that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep getting waxed. I'm gonna keep going to European Wax Center because I was very familiar. And, you know, I have gone to European Wax Center at this point million times at this point. So boom, first I was going to the European Wax Center by my college, you know, up in New Rochelle. Actually, I think I was going to one in Yonkers, and he will always drive me there. But then it came to a point where, you know, I came back home. I'm not up at school anymore, so I had to go to the European Wax Center in Forest Hills, because it was a point in time where European Wax Center wasn't in the boroughs. Like, just to explain something to y'all real quick. When it comes to New York, like when it's like a new franchise or chain type of thing, it might be like other places, they might have more of those. But like once it finally gets to New York, because this is when European Wax Center, like it was still like more on the newer end. I don't know when they first got founded or when they first came out, or maybe I was late to the party, but to my knowledge, it didn't really start getting popping until like a few years ago, because when I first started going, it was not that many places that I could go to get waxed. But anyways, back what I was saying. When it come to New York, like for example, I even remember this when Chipotle first came out, because I had went to school in Manhattan. It was a point where Chipotle was only in Manhattan and Brooklyn, because those are like the hottest spots to be at in New York City, Manhattan and Brooklyn. So there was no Chipotle in Queens, there was no Chipotle in Long Island, but eventually they started having Chipotle migrate to Queens. And I'm talking about the ghetto part of Queens, like Southside Jamaica, Queens, Jamaica Ave type of Queens. It was no, like, and then it came to a point where, like I said, there was no Chipotle in the boroughs or Long Island, well, not in the boroughs, but in the other boroughs. Girl, they finally put one in Green Acres, but Green Acres is technically Long Island. But then they finally put one on Jamaica Ave. So it was like, okay, like we're coming up over here. Like the hood is getting, finally we getting gentrified, because Brooklyn was way gentrified before Queens, way. And you know, Manhattan has always been gentrified. So yeah. But I say that to say that was the same situation with European Wax Center. When I came back home from college, my only option was the Forest Hills location. And then boom, right before, well, now I don't want to say right before, but like, let's say it was like 5-6 months before the scamdemic erupted, they had put a European Wax Center on Jamaica Ave. Okay, now my Queens people, or if you from NYC, you already know Jamaica Ave is ghetto as fuck.
I'm in the ghetto. Ra-ta-ta-ta.
Jamaica, Queens, Jamaica, the Ave, you'll see some characters on the Ave, okay? But the fact that they put a European Wax Center on Jamaica Ave, I was elated. I was like, oh my God, because it's more convenient for me to go to the Ave than it is to go to Forest Hills. Forest Hills is not that far because it's still Queens, but at the end of the day, Forest Hills, and let me remind y'all as well, I do not have a car. I live in New York City, where a car is not mandatory. I live in New York City, where they will charge you literally an arm and a leg for insurance in your car. They're charging people $1,000 for insurance. If you're under 25, they're charging you $900. They're charging you $600-700 for insurance if you are under 25 in New York. And I just turned 25 a month ago. So y'all do the math. I was like, it's too expensive to have a car here if you're not making a certain amount of money. So no, I don't have a vehicle. And then when I did have a vehicle, I was gonna say his government, that's gonna be a story time. What's his name? Ran a stop sign and crashed into my shit. But that's gonna be a story time. That's gonna be a story time. That's gonna be a story time. Maybe next or down the line. Let me know. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. More of the story is, I don't have a car. To get to Forest Hills, I have to take the train about 20-30 minutes, versus to get to the Ave, all I gotta do is take the bus, which is way less time. It's way less time. It's right there. It's right there. So the moral of the story is, I started going to the Jamaica Ave European Wax Center for convenience purposes. Okay. So boom, I start going to the European Wax Center on the Ave, right? And it's this girl, let's call her like the girl that was waxing me. Okay. Let's name her, damn, I didn't even try to think like what type of code name I was gonna give her. Damn, like, hold on, let me turn off the camera and think of a name, because I want to think of something like funny. Wait, let me try to think. Let's name her Kiki. Let's name her Kiki. Y'all gonna see why. So Kiki, boom, right? That's not her real name. I don't even remember what her real name is, but it's definitely not Kiki, right? Okay, so boom. I pulled up to the European Wax Center, and might I add too, when I was going to the European Wax Center in Yonkers, I had one specific girl that I would go to, and I will always go to her because she would have my mess on Caillou, okay? Now, my girls with curly hair, with the coarse hair, y'all already know. Some people, okay, if you get them as a wax tech, they don't be getting all the hair. It don't be giving Caillou, it be giving buzz cut. I don't know. It don't be, they don't be getting all the hair. So that girl Yonkers, she would be getting all the hair, like all of it. Caillou, Lil Bill. In my case, Lil Bill, okay? So, you know, once I went to the one on the Ave, I went there for the first time, and I was assigned to Kiki. I couldn't choose who I wanted, because when you go and book on the European Wax Center website, or my girls that know, y'all know, or if you call in and be like, hey, can I get a wax? I want this. You can choose who you want to do your wax. But my first time, I didn't know the who's and the what's of what's, so I just let the system choose a random person, and the system gave me Kiki. Okay, so boom, I pull up for my first appointment at the Jamaica Ave European Wax Center, and Kiki is my wax tech, and you know, everything went smooth. Like, Kiki was a vibe. She had good conversation. Like, we was up in there chopping, like, I'm just sitting on the table, legs spread, we just chopping it up, having a whole conversation, like really kikiing, like we was really kikiing, okay? And then when I got home and I looked down, I see my shit is on Caillou. I see my shit is on Lil Bill.
Oh, now that's how you clear a bitch.
I'm like, oh my God, like, I found YouTube, I have on a shirt. Just, let me just pull this up, because girl, I don't know what's wrong with my lens. It's not going, I need a wider lens. Okay, anyways, my mess was on Caillou, girl. My mess was on Caillou. I was like, oh my God, Kiki is about to be my new wax tech, because it would be so hard for me. Sorry, I just got a message that was mad funny. But it would be so hard for me to find somebody that would leave my shit on Caillou Lil Bill. So the fact that I found Kiki, she on the Ave, it's mad convenient for me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm always going to Kiki. But here was the thing with Kiki, right? Let me just add a fun fact about Kiki, right? Kiki, I don't want to say she was new to wax. No, she was new to doing waxing, right? But she was new in a sense where she wasn't like a full beginner, but she was in that stage where she's still trying to figure out her zhuzh, her twang. So or like, I guess a process that makes her do waxing more efficiently. Because the thing with Kiki is that she would take really long to do your wax. And when I do a wax, I do a Brazilian, okay? We're getting everything, okay? So it does take longer than if you just do a bikini or a strip or whatever the case may be. No, I do the full blown. That's why I'm saying Caillou, okay? Let's say the typical time that, for example, like, even because like I told you, I've been going to European Wax Center way before I met Kiki or encountered Kiki, right? Typically, when I would go to European Wax Center and get a Brazilian, it would normally take the person, I kid you not, whoever was doing my wax, 15 to 20 minutes to do everything, right? But when I would go to Kiki, it would take her about 35, 40 minutes to fully do my Brazilian, because she would, like I said, she was in that beginning stage where she's still trying to figure out her process of how efficient she could be. And yeah, but she would really take her time, but the thing is that I didn't mind her taking that long, because her taking that long made sure my shit was on Caillou, okay? So I was like, listen girl, get everything, take as much time as you need. So boom, I had went to Kiki maybe about before the scamdemic erupted. I had went to Kiki on like 2 different occasions. Because like I told y'all, the European Wax Center on the Ave, it opened up maybe about 5-6 months before the scamdemic erupted. Okay, so I only had about 2 sessions that I could really do, okay, before the scamdemic erupted. So now the scamdemic erupted. We done went through the scamdemic, the whole winter, spring, a little bit of summer. Okay, my shit is on Forest. I'm about to go to Virginia. I need my pum pum clean up, pum pum, okay? Of course, I book on the website. And who do I choose to be my wax tech? Kiki, of course, because I'm already familiar with the girl. Hold on, let me do. So I choose Kiki, and let's say I booked the appointment. Let's say this was like for a Friday, and my appointment, it was in the evening. I want to say my appointment was for, let's say, 6:15, right? Keep that in mind. And European Wax Center, I don't know the exact time they close, but if I'm going to take a wild guess, I'm going to say that they typically close 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30 at the latest, okay? Keep that in mind. So, but I really want to say, like, let's say they close at 8 o'clock, right? Okay. So, I get to the European Wax Center. I check in with reception. She's like, "Hi, do you have an appointment?" I was like, "Yes, I have an appointment for 6:15 with Kiki." Mind you, I'm a type of person, I like to show up early and on time to stuff. Do I be late sometimes by circumstances beyond my control? Yes. But 90% of the time, I show up early or on time for wherever I'm trying to go, whatever I need to do. I showed up around, let's say, 6:05. So I was 10 minutes early, right? I get there, I sit down. 6:15 rolls around, no sign of Kiki, right? But sure enough, you know, we know why I don't see her, because she's still working on whatever client that she had before me. So the receptionist tells me, she's like, "Oh,
Kiki, she's gonna be out with you in a sec. She's still working on her previous client, you know, but she's gonna be out with you soon."
I was like, "No problem," because I already know the deal. You know what I'm saying? And I already know that I'm gonna get a good service. So I'm not stressing about, you know, Kiki taking a little longer to come out. But let me add to my girls that, feel me, go to European Wax Center. Y'all know that, and I don't know if this has been the case for some of y'all or all of y'all or whoever, but every other time I've gone to a European Wax Center and gotten serviced, let's say my appointment was for 6:15, the waxer was coming out at 6:15 on the dot. 6:16 the latest, okay? And they were coming out with the person that they had before. So, you know, they were very on top of, you know, doing things in a timely fashion. But Kiki, she just was not there. And low key, I'm like, damn, like, why is it still taking her so long? Because it's like, she's been doing this for months upon months at this point. But you know what? I ain't gonna clock her. That's none of my business. 6:15 rolls around. I bypass it. Now it's like 6:25. I'm like, okay. Now it's like 6:35. And I'm like, okay. Sis is dragging it now. Like, sis, like now I'm starting to be like, okay, like, where is she at? I'm like, and it's to the point where I asked the receptionist, I'm like, yo, is there anybody else that could maybe do it? Because it's just like, I've been sitting here for a while. The receptionist, she's like, oh, unfortunately, Kiki is the only person that we have in right now. Like, she's literally the only person that we have in right now, just because it's, like I told y'all, they close at like 8 o'clock. So, or let's say 8:30. Girl, I don't know, somewhere around 8 o'clock, right? They're coming towards the end of the day. So Kiki was the only option. So I had no choice but to wait on Kiki. It's like 6:35 now, right? Another girl walks into the European Wax Center. So I'm like, damn, like, Kiki need to hurry up, because it's like, girl, you are backed up right now. Now, granted, I don't know if the girl before me came in late, but I do know that even if she did come in late, European Wax Center, they have like a grace period, and after that grace period, your appointment is canceled. So I don't know if the other girl before me was late or Kiki was just taking too long. I don't know. Boom. Me and old girl in the front, we sitting waiting in the front for Kiki be ready. Kiki did not come out of the back with who she was working on, I kid you not, until about 6:50. 6:50. So that means that she's behind schedule about 35 minutes, right? But I'm sitting there being patient at the end of the day because, you know, I know that she's good at what she does. She's giving me good vibes and she's the only option, so I have no choice but to wait. So boom, Kiki finally comes out at 6:50. She's like, hey girl, Alicia, hey, you could come. I'm like, okay girl, hey, da da da. I'm excited because, you know, I'm like, ooh, my shit about to be on Caillou. Silky smooth, purr, but no purr, hairless cat purr. Okay, anyways, now, don't try to come for me now and be like, well, you should have done. I don't want to hear y'all tell me what I should have done because I didn't. I don't know why I decided to try to go to the bathroom right as Kiki was ushering me into the back to the room. But I had told Kiki, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just go to the bathroom real quick, and I just want to let you know I do have a tampon in, but it's like the last day of my period, so, you know, whatever. And before somebody says something slick in the comments, I've gotten waxed before on like the last day of my menstrual, and all they do is take the string and move it to the side, okay? I've done that on several occasions at European Wax Center in specific, because there, like the first time that occurred, I had asked whoever my waxer was, I had asked them like, hey, you know, I'm on my period, like, is it okay if they were like, yeah, that's fine, like we could just, they literally just put that shit in. I ain't gonna get into the details, but the girls that know, if you've gotten the wax and you had a little tamps in your cat, you already know how that go, right? So I had told her that as well, right? So she's like, oh, okay. And feel me, I had went to the bathroom, and feel me, I was in the bathroom for like 2-3 minutes at the most, not that much time, peed so that I don't pee on myself on the table, and I came outside the bathroom. So now, as I'm coming out the bathroom, Kiki is walking through like the front doors, like, y'all know, like, okay, how European Wax Center is set up, you have the receptionist area in the front, but then you have that door that separates the receptionist area to the back where the rooms are at, so that, you know, you could get serviced, right? Okay. Kiki is walking through them doors, right, with the girl that came in after me, and she's ushering her into the room that she was about to usher me into to give me my Brazilian. I'm confused. Like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So I had stopped Kiki. I'm like, Kiki, what's going on? What's going on? Cause I'm confused. Kiki's like,
Oh, her service takes less time, so I'm just going to take care of her first.
I know you fucking lying, bitch.
girl, I know you lying right now.
Did he say? Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
You not saying what I think you saying, miss. You not telling me that I've been waiting, like, granted, because some of y'all, I already know some of y'all gonna have some, well, you should have went to the bathroom beforehand. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fat's rat's ass, right?
We do not care.
Okay, you know what? Let me just continue. Okay. So I'm like, but I was here first, Kiki. Like, I was here first. She gonna go tell me.
Well, you know, you did take up some time to go to the bathroom. So, you know, I'm just going to do her first, being that you were in the bathroom. And, you know, take care of her afterwards.
And she proceeded to, you know, continue into the room and close the door to go take care of the shorty whose appointment was scheduled after mine, after you were late about 35 minutes because you're slow, and because I decided that I wanted to pee before you waxed my cat. You decided to take somebody else whose appointment was scheduled after mine because you felt like her wax would take less time. So you wanted to knock her out. And what would y'all do? How would y'all feel? Because my whole thing is, typically, I don't know what's wrong with the camera, but like the colors keep changing and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay. But typically when I go to European Wax Center, it don't matter how long I was sitting outside waiting on the lash tech, the wax tech, okay? The wax tech, I don't know about y'all experiences. I can only speak for mine, okay? But typically, the wax tech lets you use the bathroom or asks you. They ask you. Literally, the last time I went there, which was a month ago, because the girl that, you know, the little, my little freelance girl, she was booked up, so I couldn't even book her. So I had to go to European Wax Center. The girl who waxed me asked me, as she was bringing me to the back, she was like, oh, do you have to use the bathroom before we start? Oh, I sure do. Went and used the bathroom. So why is it that, Kiki, like, you are coming up with your own rules, regulations, and policies? Because I've never had an experience where I had to use the bathroom and my wax tech decided to take somebody else who was scheduled after my appointment, after you already, and I wasn't really even waiting for 35 minutes. I was really waiting for 45 minutes, if we're really going to be real, because again, I got there 10 minutes earlier. So she goes and proceeds to go in the room with the other client, closes the door. I walk out to the front to the reception. I'm like, where's the manager? Where's the manager? Like, I want to speak to the manager right now. Because it's like, girl, now you got me effed up because I was being patient waiting on you and this is what you do? Let me know if I'm bugging. I don't know. Let me know if I'm bugging. I don't know. So, boom. The receptionist like,
Oh, you want to speak to the manager? Like, what's going on? Is everything okay?
bitch, why you acting like you don't know what's going on? Why you acting like you don't know that Kiki just came out here and took this other customer? Y'all probably had some type of exchange where she said, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go and do her first or whatever the case may be. So don't be surprised and act like you don't know what's going on as for why I'm coming outside asking for the manager. So she's like, oh, the manager, she's not here. She's gone for the day. She's actually gone for the weekend. She don't come back in until Tuesday. Mind you, I told y'all it's Friday. Okay? So I'm like, well, this girl is very unprofessional. Like, I don't understand why she takes somebody else that was scheduled after me, after I have been sitting here for a very damn near an hour, almost an hour I've been sitting here because she was behind, and because I want to use the bathroom, she goes and takes somebody else because she thinks that their service is going to take shorter than mine.
Unacceptable!
I don't care about none of that because I scheduled my appointment before this girl. Like what type of stuff are y'all running here? Like, this is very unprofessional. This is very unprofessional. Da da da. So I'm just basically going off on a receptionist, right? And the receptionist was like,
well, yeah, you know, I understand, but you know, it's like, unfortunately, the most that we can do right now, the most that you can do, you know, you can just wait, or, you know, maybe you can come back another day.
And I'm like, girl, no, I can't come back another day. I have a trip tomorrow. That's why I scheduled my appointment for today. And that's a note to self too, y'all. Don't be, I mean, I can't say don't be doing stuff last minute, but typically, if I'm going on a trip that requires me to be in a bathing suit, I typically get my wax a day or two before the trip, because my hair, you know, I don't know if that's TMI, but if it is, oh well, y'all see the title of the video, so y'all should already know we're talking about cats, cooter cats, okay? My hair grows back pretty quickly. I mean, it don't grow back in 2 seconds, but like, I start getting little peach fuzz maybe about 7 days after my wax. So it's like, I have to do my wax very close to my trip, because I want to be on Caillou for the whole trip. Like, what you mean? Like, what you mean? Boom. She basically telling me the most that I could do is wait or come back another day. I'm like, when does the manager come in again? She's like, Tuesday. I'm like, okay, I'll be calling Tuesday, because it's like, at that point, my pride was not letting me or allowing me to want to stay, because it's just like, girl, why are y'all playing in my face like that? Why are you playing in my face like that? So at this point, I stormed out of the European Wax Center, because I was just upset. Like, I just couldn't believe like what was going on. Because how much you want to bet if management was there, that wouldn't have went down as such. That wouldn't have went down like that if management was there. And again, I'm on Jamaica Ave, y'all, like, and you know, not to come up my people, my Queens people, my New York City people, my black people, but anything on the Ave is gonna have a little ghetto, okay? Anything having to do with Jamaica Ave is gonna have a little bit of ghetto intertwined into the mix. And then it's like, on top of that, these two girls, they was black girls too, and I don't want to say that they was ghetto, but I wouldn't put it past them if they had a little bit of ghetto. I mean, I feel like all of us black people got a little bit of, you know, we got a little bit of ghetto tendencies in us, but that don't make us, you know, fully ratchet or hood rat, you know, but we can get a little clatched. I don't know. I'm chatting at this point. Okay. The receptionist, you know, when I was going off on her too, I could tell she was really trying to keep it. She was really trying to keep it cute because she was at work. But I could tell aside her probably wanted to cuss me out back too, because I was really blacking, because I was just like, never y'all have me sit in this establishment for all this time. Oh, and then I forgot to say too, I don't remember if Kiki had said this or the receptionist had said this, but I think it was the receptionist. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Or it was Kiki. Girl, I don't know. But one of the two has said something like, oh,
and you know, you're on your period anyways. You're not supposed to be getting waxed.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. You in my business? Yeah, don't do that. Anywho,
I don't think it was Kiki. I think it was the receptionist. I think it was the receptionist. Y'all, I was trying to find, because I had winded up writing a horrible review. I was trying to see if I could find that, because that review would have had the story lined up from start to finish, but I could not find that review. I was like, did I screenshot it? I should have screenshot it. I didn't know I was going to need this one day, yo. But I'm like, I've gotten waxed on my period before, and it's the last day, and I have a tampon, and my tampon is not leaking. So what are you talking about? Like, it's girls that come in here and they pooms smell on fish tank, on turtle tank. My pooms, this is good up, nice and clean, even on the period, my shit smell good. Okay, so I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, you not even supposed to be. What about the girls who come in here and they pooms smell like fish market? You not supposed to be coming up in here and your pooms smell like you have not washed it in 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, but girls still be pulling up and they poom smell like all day poom. Okay, so I don't want to hear nothing about da 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 da. So that mess had pissed me off even more because it's just like I know that I've gotten waxed before with a tampon in my and now you over here conversing with the receptionist or just saying it out loud. That like, girl, no. So like I said, y'all, I had stormed out the European Wax Center at this point because I was pissed the F off. Yeah, I was pissed the F off. If my lips look different, I just did a touch up off camera because y'all know the deal, whatever. So I was pissed the F off, so I stormed up on out of the European Wax Center. And at this point, I was just like, okay, I'm about to call Forest Hills, the same place I want to go to for obvious reasons that I explained to y'all. I had called up Forest Hills to see if they possibly had any availability within the next 30 minutes because I already knew it was going to take me about 30 minutes to get there from where I was already at. So I had called Forest Hills and I'm like, hey, do you guys have availability? Let's say at this point it was 7 o'clock now. So I was like, do y'all have a 7:30 slot? She was like, yeah, we have a 7:30 slot. Do you want to come in now? I'm just sitting there like contemplating, like, should I go to Forest Hills or should I just, like, am I gonna let my pride like inconvenience me this much to where I'm gonna go get on the train to go get waxed instead of just staying right here and waiting for her to be done? So I'm just standing there like contemplating all of this. I don't remember if I scheduled an appointment at the Forest Hills location and then canceled it, or if I don't remember what I did. But the moral of the story is I winded up saying F it, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for this girl for Kiki to be done because I'm not in the mood to have to rush to this other location to get serviced when I'm right here. And it's like, today is the only day that I could get waxed. Now, granted, European Wax Center, that's a type of place where it's like it's a franchise. So it's like, you know, you can, even if I wanted to do it in Virginia, I could have easily just done it in Virginia because European Wax Center is a place where you could call, like, y'all, as y'all can see, you could call them like same day and they might just have same day availability, if not the next day. But I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I had to go there and get waxed because I'm doing vacation prep while I'm still home before I go on vacation. Like, I just wanted everything to be done before I got out there. I walked my little clown ass. I felt like a clown walking back up in the spot because I just caused like this whole entire scene about how this is so unprofessional and da 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 da, and I'm leaving and I want to talk to the manager, and I walked up right back in there looking like a clown. But it is what it is because the poom poom needed to be waxed. At the end of the day, it needed to be waxed. I walked back up on in there, and the receptionist was like,
So you changed your mind?
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that?
bitch, shut up. Obviously I changed my mind, bitch, if I'm standing up in a spot. Like what are you talking about, bro? Like, all right. I was like, yeah, because, you know, I try to go to another place, but they don't have no availability, and I need this to be done today. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait. She was like,
Okay, well, you know, I think she's almost done.
That's like the second time I'm hearing this today. I think she's almost done. I was probably sitting there for maybe about, mind you, in the time frame that I was, you know, blacking on the receptionist, then outside trying to call the other European Wax Center, and then came back inside and waited. All of that was probably about 15 minutes, right? All of that probably took about 15 minutes. So Kiki finally comes back outside. Well, not outside, but into the receptionist area. And she wraps up with the girl, whatever. She's like, Alicia, you could come now. And I just got an attitude. Like, at this point, it's just like, girl, do my wax so that I can leave and smoke a blunt. Because at this point, I need a blunt after the distress that I just went through. Going there, she's like,
Hey, so how you doing today?
like, she trying to talk as if she just didn't pull some weirdo shit. Like, girl, don't talk to me.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't talk to me, because when your manager comes in on Tuesday, I'm blasting you and the receptionist. So I wouldn't even try to be nice to me right now. I would just wax my poom so that I could go on about my business. She's like, how are you doing today? I'm like, I'm good. Real short, real dry, real straight. Like, girl, don't talk to me. Again, y'all, what did I tell y'all that we would do when I would come? We would a key. A key. We're not doing that today.
Not on my watch. Not on.
We're not keying today because you got me effed up. You got me all the way effed up. You got me all the way effed up, Kiki. I'm not keying with you. Not today and not ever again in life, because you're done. You're done.
You're done.
So I get on the table. She's still trying to key, and I'm just not responding to her. Like, I'm just blatantly ignoring her in her face, because it's like, girl, like...
BFFR. What did that spell? B fucking for real.
You should know that, like, shit is not sweet right now. So I don't know why you think that we are at the ice cream shop. We're not. We're at the sweatshop right now. Do your job so that I can go. Kiki got the point. Kiki zipped tight. She shut her front door the F up. She did my service. And mind you, I was on my phone the whole time. I was just like, leg spread. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me, for real. Like, you just pissed me off, ma'am. You pissed me off. So whatever, Kiki finally wraps up my wax. You know, it was giving Caillou. That's the only thing she did right that day. Had my shit on Caillou, Lil Bill. You know what I'm saying? You know, I paid at the front. Did not tip her. Normally I tip her. Did not tip her. Okay, she told me to have a good day. I didn't say anything because, girl, shut up. Like, shut up. Like, I should have been home doing what I needed to do. And you got me behind schedule a whole hour and some change at this point. Because I wanted to use the bathroom. And it's like, girl, like, she could have waited. You could have waited for me to come out the bathroom. That's where you lost me too. Because by the time I came out the bathroom, you literally just walked through the door with the other girl. So what difference would it have made if you would have just done me and waited for me to use the bathroom? Like, it wouldn't have made a difference. You all concerned about the other girl. Oh, you want to get her out the way because da-da-da-da. But what about me when I was sitting here waiting longer? That girl would have been okay because her appointment was scheduled for a later time than mine. Girl, I was pissed off. I was pissed. Girl, whatever. So I winded up leaving, and you know, I winded up going about my business, going on my trip or whatever. But when Tuesday came, girl, I don't remember if I didn't call the store. That's why I told you I wrote a lengthy review that I wish I had the receipt for, because somebody had me dead. Somebody had me dead from the last story time, because they was like, oh, just know when I need a professional response at work, I'm hitting you up. I'm like, girl, I got you, because I'm good for typing up a good professional, formal, whatever. Okay, I'm good for that. Just because my high school, they had us writing a lot of essays. I can't tell y'all how many essays. Like, I've written like 18-page papers, 20-page papers in high school. And then when I went to college, I went to college for business administration. So I have a lot of professionality. I know that's not a word, but for today it's gonna be. When it comes to typing some shit up, okay? So I had wrote, when Tuesday came, I had wrote a lengthy review because I had, and I just seen it too because I was looking through my emails to see if I had a record of the review that I wrote so that I could read it to y'all, but I can't find it. Okay, so whatever. I had gotten an email, and I could tell this is what made me be like, okay, let me write the review, because I know these companies be checking the reviews to make sure everything is everything with the locations. So I had got an email probably like, I think it was Tuesday or a few days later. And it was basically like, oh, how was your last visit? On a scale of 1 to 10, would you recommend this location to a friend? Girl, you know I went and first of all, I gave it a 1 star. I named names. I basically told them what I just told y'all, right? And it was like a paragraph, yo. Like, it was a paragraph. I went in. I didn't wind up calling the location because I was on vacation. Like, I'm not in a mood to like call up European Wax Center and complain about what happened. Like, they sent me an email. Oh, do you want to write a review? I wrote a lengthy review. Girl, I don't know what exactly happened to Kiki and the receptionist, but I had scheduled another appointment maybe about a month or 2 later for me to get waxed. First of all, Kiki's name was no longer in the Dropbox. Okay, her name was no longer there. Okay, and then when I had pulled up for the appointment, the receptionist that was there, she was no longer working there as well. She was not there. I never saw either one of them ever again in my life. Okay, so I don't know if my review, because when I tell you I went in on this review, I went in on the review. Okay, so I don't know what happened, but I could take a wild guess that they was fired. Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess that both of them was fired. Because here's another thing too, I forgot to add that Kiki had told me the fact that she was taking so long to do the waxes, like her manager, this was when we was still a Kikiing, okay? Her manager was low-key getting on her because they wanted her to do the waxes faster, like, because she was already taking mad long, whatever. And remember, I told y'all, European Wax Center is a place where they say, okay, your appointment is 6:15, your waxer is coming out at 6:15, 6:16 the latest. So the fact that you had me waiting over an hour to get serviced and you took somebody else, yeah, that was means for you to get fired, my love. So if she got fired, whatever, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I've gotten fired before. You'll survive, you'll learn the lesson to not do whatever you did to get fired again. Like, so I mean, I don't know that they got fired, but I'm just assuming, because after I sent that in, like I said, neither Kiki or receptionist was ever seen again by me. So yeah, anyways, that's basically that story of my wax tech horror story. Did y'all find the video entertaining? Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for this video, y'all. I really would appreciate it. And if you made it to the end, put this emoji on the screen, okay? I might do a poll again to see which story time y'all want me to do next. Or I might do the story time of Her Man Wanted Me, being that that's already been in circulation. I really don't know. And I don't know when this is going to get posted either. But it's going to get posted. It's going to get posted. So anyways, love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know. Was I bugging or was I right for spazzing? Let me know. Anyways, I'll see you on the next video. Later.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure that you cry for